So I truly believe that the UK has around 4 years to make significant change. You know, I think the biggest problem that the UK has right now is there is not one moral compass that we all follow. You know, I think we are all still under this influence of my truth and you know, my beliefs matter, I'm correct, right? But instead we need to come back to God, submit to him and let him reshape our moral compass as a nation. You know, I think right now there's so much division in our country due to the government just having no control, not caring about the population that lives here, not caring about the culture, not caring about, you know, that there are people who are British living here who want to see Britain winning and striving, and we want to make it a safe place. We need stricter policing. You know, I feel like the law needs to be enforced further, and the thing is, we need Christian value-based law. You know, I think that is the law that the UK needs. That is the one that really built us up to where we are now. You know, the UK was a strong Christian country for the past 100 years. Can't exactly know the exact number. I did listen in history, no, I know that's a fact. And I just think right now, as a nation, we are lacking a Christian moral compass within the government. And I think the government right now, they're being corrupted by evil. You know, I think the Labour government that's just come in is one of the most godless governments we've ever had. That's a fact. It's the most godless government we've ever had. And I just think the only way that the UK can be saved is if Jesus reintegrates, or the beliefs of Jesus, the moral compass of Jesus reintegrates into the government, and through the government, Jesus works through perhaps a prime minister or works through the MPs, and we see sound change happening in the UK for the people. Because, you know, God is for the people. God came here to save us, like the people, the lost sheep. And I just believe that if Jesus was able to get back into the parliament and he was able to use someone, to work through someone, to bring Christ into law, I believe that then England will start moving in the right direction. I think right now, it's interesting because all of the West are suffering from the same problems. You know, mass immigration of, you know, people that aren't being checked. They're not being, you know, background checked. They're just being let into the country. People are smuggling themselves in. We also have a lot of housing prices going up. We have people not having homes, homeless problems, right? If you go up London, there's so many homeless people. Like, it's actually unbelievable how many homeless people there are in London. We have just so many crises happening within the British people already. And the way I look at it, like right now, if we look at it like a clientele business, like if we look at the UK as a business, let's say our max capacity is 10, and 10 years ago we was at 8. Now we're at 11 clients, and then they want us to go to 15 clients, but it's like our max capacity, like max before systems break, is 10. We've already gone over that, and we want to bring more people in, and it's just like the system's gonna break. Like, this isn't gonna last. And I just think right now, you know, it's interesting how I believe that Jesus needs to get back into parliament, but I feel like what's happening in the United States with, come on guys, let's be real, Christ is moving in America right now. I believe he's using Donald Trump, because it's interesting. I saw a video the other day of a Eastern Catholic priest. So I believe Donald Trump's Catholic. Eastern Catholic priest. So it had all the icons. I recognized it. And he said a prayer before Trump went on to that rally, went on stage. And he actually, when he came off, he said to the people, we must keep praying. Apparently he said a prayer over like the protection of Trump, about a shooter. And then he got shot. And I watched that interview, and it's very interesting because it kind of hit me. I was like, that's very interesting that Donald Trump had an Eastern Catholic priest pray before he went on. And I don't know, that just once again gave me more hope, because I believe America, I think we can all agree, America has a big, like, what happens in America, the shockwave goes around the world, like it ends up changing the world. And I believe that this mass change that is about to happen in America, of Christ coming back, like, I'm gonna be so real, we're gonna see big change in America where Christ is gonna be rising up again, and it's gonna be an incredible scene for us Christians to see, and the world will, you know, shiver, you know, because more people are going to come to Christ. The souls will come back to their Father, and it's going to be a beautiful revival in America. But like I said, what happens in America, there's a shockwave that goes around the world. So I believe this revival in America will shockwave around the world, and I believe Christ will come back just in the world. Like that's what I believe. I have hope, I have faith, and it's just kind of a logical way to look at it. You know, the shockwave, the revival of Christ coming back into America, into the government, will definitely shockwave around the whole entire world. Because let's be real, like I said, like if you look at Europe and you look at America, we're all suffering the same problems. There's this, someone's got control over the West. Like there's someone over the top with strings doing something, and I don't think we can deny that. It's very interesting what is happening around the world. It's scary, but no need to have fear, because we have Christ, you know, and we trust in him, we believe in him. And like I say, I just think the UK has 4 years to change, and I personally believe it can happen. I believe it can happen. I think more people are realizing that there is an evil spirit moving around the world, or spirits moving around the world, moving around Europe, moving around the UK, moving around the West. And I think people are waking up. And like, it's funny because you've probably heard more people talking about going to church, especially as Christian. Like, more people just want to be around God. Like, they know there's evil, like they just want to be with God. And I just think most British people are probably like chrismated or baptized. So I think most British people already know the truth. They just want to live in their own selfish ways. We all fall short to the glory of God, but I believe they will come back, and I believe there's a mass revival happening. I think the Spirit's raining down, and God is having mercy on us. You know, we must strive to be righteous, because God will have mercy on us. You know, Sodom and Gomorrah. Then he had a whole debate with, well, not debate, but he had a debate with God, saying, you know, even if there's one righteous person, you won't smite down this place. And God said, yeah, if there's one righteous man. Like, he cares about the righteous people. And I believe, you know, I've heard righteousness come out of Donald Trump's mouth recently, and that kind of makes me think, like, righteousness has no meaning if God's not involved. And, you know, righteousness gets its meaning from the Bible. To be a righteous man is to be a man of God, is to be a man of Christ. And I just think, you know, hearing that word come out of what we could call the American president right now it's very very telling, and it's interesting to hear that. So yeah, I just think Christ needs to be within our hearts. We need to accept Christ back into our lives in the UK. We need to submit to him and surrender to him, and ask for the help, pray for help, fast on it, you know, seek his kingdom. And I don't think it's over for us yet, boys. I don't think we're going to be like the Roman Empire where it crashes. I think, God willing, it will all work out. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the UK right now. I think we have 4 years to change, pushing 6, but 4 because of the next election. And only through Christ, I believe, can positive change come to the UK, and can life be resurrected again. You know, without Christ, we have no life. With Christ, we have life. So I believe life and patriotism and love will reign again once in the UK if we turn our hearts to Christ. God bless.